Hey everybody. So today we're going to practice drawing faces, bodies, birds, cars, all kinds of things with simple shapes. So I'll make sure to draw a bird, several faces, and a car or two, and to show you those simple shapes that make that happen. I learned these techniques or how to do this from an artist named Ed Emberley. He made lots of books. And then you've probably seen Eric Carle's work that came out of that, the Very Hungry Caterpillar and things like that. Ed Emberley was my generation 50 years ago. So I actually met this man when I was in kindergarten. He flew to our school because I wrote to him. I loved his book so much, I wrote him a letter. He came and he drew with me on stage, and that stuck with me, and here I am today, an art teacher. So I wanted to show you some of these shapes and how you turn them into animals, people, and objects. So we're drawing with shapes in the style of Ed Emberley today. Mostly I'm going to do this with a marker. You could do this with a pencil and then color these things in. This is practice for a few weeks from now where we're going to draw a winter scene. We don't want to draw stick people anymore. We want to draw people that look sort of real. So we're going to use our shapes. Let's start with probably the simplest one, which is a bird. You need, first to open your marker, you need a circle that's going to have a dot and it's going to have a triangle. Then you're going to need a letter D on its side and then a tiny one there too. And you're going to also need that shape, which is a vertical line and two diagonal lines. That makes a foot. So here we go. You probably guessed it. Now, this bird can fly, if you like, or it could just be sitting. So that's the easy way to draw a bird. Now, let's try different faces. Usually a person's face is an oval. And then decide the attitude of the person. A smile, L shape for a nose, dot for an eye, could have an eyebrow, could have hair sticking out. This looks like somebody you know. There you go. And make the neck about like that. Shoulders rounded behind that. And you have the beginning of a torso. Now, if I draw lines straight down like this, if it's a slim person, then I have a t-shirt. And if I draw these lines straight out like this, think about where the thumb is, it's kind of a hand shape. Draw most of a rectangle and then a really skinny pointed triangle. And then the bottoms of the pant legs are like that, and the shoe shape is about like an oval that's flat on one side. So this hand kind of disappears into the side of the paper. That is a normal person. There we go. So he has ears, eyes, nose, mouth. Just think about where you want those. Now, if you wanted a face that was unhappy, turn the mouth upside down. Probably eyebrows are straight across, not so happy. So if you wanted a face that was surprised, you would draw it like that. If you wanted a face, well, we've got happy, sad, surprised. Would you like angry? Let's do an angry face. Arched eyebrows, dots, straight mouth, nose, not happy. That's kind of how that goes. So, remember when you're drawing a body, you want the neck to come down, you want the shoulders to slightly be diagonal, you want this kind of form for the body, it's a rectangle, and then the arms get skinnier as they get closer to the hands, and the thumb is usually on the inside. And so, again, the same but reverse process. And it's a rectangle with a really skinny triangle in between. Just do your best with that. The more you practice this, the better you'll get at it. I'm gonna put clown hair on my angry dude. And so that's pretty much how you do it. It's simple. If you practice this, you'll get better at it. So if we're drawing a car, remember the shape of the wheel is a circle, the tire of the wheel. You can go ahead and draw both of these and then put a line in between and put a little line in front and back of. The trunk of the car is usually more flat than the front of the car, and the front of the car usually has a bumper. Comes out about like that. And then think about the top of the car where the glass is. There's usually a post between the front window and the middle, and then there's the back window, and then draw where the doors are, right, usually over the wheels, and then there's the door handle. And there are all kinds of different ways today, but this is kind of the style of a car, and draw in those rims, right? And you can do that any way you want. And then this would be black. If you want it to look realistic, color those things in the colors that they are, and that's another clue. I'm mostly just doing this in black and white today, so we see this. And then draw what it's driving on. So then it's like, look, my bird's on my car right next to my angry guy, and a crazy story is happening here. So I've got a person with different attitudes. I've got a bird. I would like you to draw a person, a bird, and a car, or some kind of vehicle. It could be a truck. A boat would not count because it doesn't have wheels, but here's how you draw a boat. If you want to draw a boat, you sure can. We did this on the Pirate Treasure. This is a sailboat, right? And then you could have another feather there. You could have the anchor. Any of these details make it look a little bit better. It's wood and the water. So you see that my lines, curved lines, round lines, square lines, diagonal lines, horizontals, verticals, that is what makes up my world of drawing. So I hope that you'll experiment with some of this and have a good time drawing. I'm making a short video today so you can draw one of each of these in class. Give me a bird. You don't have to write the word if you're drawing it. And then there's a car. And there's a person. This is practice for when we're drawing a winter scene coming up. It could have something to do with a holiday. It could be giving each other presents. It could be a snowball fight. It could be a winter wonderland. But this is just practice. So draw me one bird, one car, and one person. So 3 things equal an A today. Give me those. If you do this in class, if you're practicing, I don't need to see your work if you tell me you did it online on Google Classroom. I did this in class, but if you're at home, please draw me some examples, take a picture of it and send it in. And remember, if you're just sending in a blank Google document and it says I'm done, if you're just clicking that assignment done and you're not showing me anything, or you're not typing did this in class, if you're a virtual learner, I can't give you credit. Virtual learners, you have more time to do this work at home. So please do this work at home. Send me a copy of it. I'm still getting blanks, and I'll reply about 5 times. This is blank, this is blank, please send me a picture. But after the 4th or 5th time, everybody gets tired. And I usually give you a 0 at that point because you're not turning in the work. So please turn in the work. I want to see what you're doing, how you're growing, how you're learning. Thank you. I hope this helps you to figure out how to draw things. And we've done a person, a bird, and a car in the style of Ed Emberley. All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.